Hey guys, welcome back. In this video tutorial, we are going to create a Pac-Man loader. So this is going to be a little bit advanced tutorial. So I will start by creating index.html and styles by styles.css. I will try to keep the pace of this tutorial a little bit slow, so it will be a little bigger tutorial. So just try to do the coding if you want to do it step by step along with me, or you can just first watch this complete video and then you can like try it out yourself, and wherever you feel like you're stuck, you can come back and check my video again and see like if you are able to do it. All right, so I will just use emit plugin that is inbuilt in the VS Code. I will try to quickly generate the HTML here. And what I'm doing is like the arrow which you are seeing here is actually used for creating nested elements. I will also generate a sibling of this Pac-Man. I mean, I need to generate dots as well. If you have seen, like we use dots, or you can say circles or dots, whatever. I will use dollar and star so that it will create like six items, six dots. So if you are not very familiar with the image how we create it, you can search about it. And also like if you want me to create a separate tutorial on this, then just let me know in comment. All right, I've opened this preview window here on the right side so that we can see whatever we are trying to build here. We'll see on the right side. So the first thing was like a Pac-Man loader, which was a kind of container for us. And what I'm doing here is like I am defining width and height for it so that we can restrict the loader size to something like that is suitable for us. And then I will just do some padding, which is right now not required at all since we have not done anything. But yeah, assume like whatever we are going to define there. So at the time when we'll feel like okay, we need some padding, then we'll define it there. For now, like that's fine. Okay, so inside the Pac-Man loader, we had a Pac-Man, and inside the Pac-Man we had a mouth. So for the Pac-Man we are defining the some width and height. So this will be actual the Pac-Man head. So what I'm going to do here is like it will be head. So I've given 100, and when you do like border radius 50%, it will actually make it circle. I'll try to do some styling for the body as well, since I just want to move it to little bit on the right side and on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to add align items, but I feel like it is little bit more down, so I'm thinking of removing the align items for now. What I will do is like I will add padding here, okay, and I will add some top padding that would be fine. 100 pixel is fine. It's enough for me to like showcase how Pac-Man loader will look like. All right, so now let's move further. And what we can do is like we can have a background for now. We'll definitely come back here and do some changes. We'll be doing some changes all over. Now we see like if I've defined padding, now we see the difference. So whenever we will require, I will need something, we'll just do the change at that time only. Okay, so let's come and define mouth. So how our mouth will look like, it's a kind of rectangle or something. If you show in demo, the mouth is kind of rectangle that closes, opens and closes. So we'll have to do something like a cliff path. So what I'm trying to do here is like I will create a polygon. So in polygon, if you are not aware about the cliff path, so just understand it like cliff path allows you to create multiple, I mean, paths that you can clip the background. So what we are going to do here is like I will just in polygon I will pass couple of points. So 100% and 100% is kind of points, and so I have provided 3 points that will create a triangle. And also like background is white for now, that's fine. so that we can see like whatever it is created. Now I'll just try to transform the origin since I want to rotate it as well. So I will transform it to, I mean, 0% to 0%. The reason behind that is I just want to move this origin to corner. Now what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna move it little bit to 50% of it, and also from the height wise as well, so the corner of it will come to center. Now since we have uh, changed the origin to 0% to 0%, means the first point which is at the corner, you see, actually not the first point, that is 0% to 0%, which is last point in the polygon, is the origin now. And I'm just adding minus 20 degree here. The reason behind that is like it will rotate a little bit up so that it will look like a mouth. And so we have pretty much a base now. So what we can do, we can write keyframes. So keyframes, if you are aware about keyframes, that will allow us to animate on any property. So how we write keyframe? So we write keyframes using key @keyframes, and I'll just add some breakpoints, or you can say like the way not the breakpoints, but it's you can say that the frames where we want to do some transitions. So let's say at 0% and at 100% I want to keep the state same, and 50% I will change the state. So in this case what will happen is like right now like both 0% and 50% is same. If I change it to 0%, now let me just animate it. I will add animation property, and the first parameter was actually the name itself of the animation, so I will write it. And so you can see like it started animating little bit. I mean the second point, which is 0%, I will move, I'll change that in the 50% of it, and see like how it is working. So you can notice like now both side of triangle is moving. So I just needed something like that. Now it looks like a mouth, although there is extended part of the triangle that we can later on remove by just turning on overflow hidden. I mean, yeah, we'll just hide the overflow. And now what we are going to do, if you remember, like our Pac-Man was moving back and forth as well. So I will quickly do that animation as well here. And what I'm doing here is like 0% and 100% and 50%. I will do the same thing. At 50%, I will move it little bit left, so that now what will happen is like it will move little bit left. Now let's do one thing, like let's define this animation in Pac-Man and see if this is working or not. I can put 1 second, or 1 second is fine for now, although it looks like it was zero point 0.5, but let's try it with 1 second for now and see if that is working fine. Okay, it's not working. I think there's some mistake in the spelling. Okay, so it's a Pac-Man. I added K there, so that was a mistake. Now it should work. Okay, I noticed like I have done spelling mistake here in infinite as well. Now you can see like it is moving, but it is little bit slow. Let me do it 0 0.5. Now it looks good. So we have a very basic foundation now. We have done a lot of things. We have done 50% of it. Now what we are trying to do, actually what we will do here now, we'll add dots. So how we can define dots? We have already done the HTML part of it. Now we need to do the styling of it. So what I will do here is like I will first style the wrapper, the container of the dots. So I will just give some height and width, and then I need to display make it display flex. The reason behind that is like I just want to keep everything in center. I've added border to just to see like where my div is, and I see like it is in bottom, so I will make the container Pac-Man loader a display flex. So now it is a flex, so it is aligning in one line, or you can say in one row. Okay, so here in I will define justify content. The reason behind that is like I want to keep equal spaces between all the dots, so I'm putting space evenly. And in aligning items, I want all the dots to be in the center during, I mean, within this container, I want all the dots in center. Why I'm keeping position relative is like I just want to move little bit so that it looks like the dots are going in mouth. So that's the reason behind that. Let me just add some right. That will be, yeah, 30 pixel is fine. It looks like now the border, red border is going under mouth, so it will work for us. Let's define the dot. A dot is the common class that we have already assigned it with for all the dots, and explicitly like we have dot one, dot two, dot till dot six. That is part of like special, you can say special class that is assigned to each dots explicitly. Now, as you see, like uh, dots are appearing here. Now, what we can do is we need to blink that first sixth dot from the last. But before that, let me just move it to left. So as you might have seen in demo, the dots were moving to left. So what I will do here is I will define a keyframe that will be a move left, and I will again do the same thing, 0% and 100% I will keep same. Now let me define right is 0 for now, and at 99% I'll do the right to 20 pixels. So it will just quickly push all the dots to the right, and for some reason it is not working again. So I think I have done some mistake in this line. I see there's no S defined. I will have to add S. Okay, now it looks like it is moving. Okay, now I need to blink like the six dots should start from small to its own size, and the first dot should start something like dying from current size to 0. So what I will do here is like let me define the dot 6 first. I'm going to assume like I will be defining the dot size animation here. And now let me just quickly add keyframes, that is dot size. In dot size, what I will do is like I will just change the width and height of it. Then what will happen, like it will look like it is disappearing, or the Pac-Man is eating it. 2 pixel is fine, and on 50% what I can do here is like I will give 15 pixel. That is the current size. Now you see the sixth dot from the end, that is going like disappearing. Okay, so that is coming up. I mean, from small size to big size, from 2 pixel to 15 pixel. Similarly, I'm doing the dot size reverse here. The animation will be opposite. Um, Instead of 2, I think we can have 0. That will work for us. So I will use dot size reverse here, and then I'm going to add is in out. Now you will notice the first dot is fine, but the space between the first and second dot is very less. And that is the reason, the actual reason for that is like move left animation is not working for the first one since it is overriding the default animation. So I will have to use like both animation. I will have to define both animation, this one as well, and the one which we defined later for dot 6 and dot 1. So let me just add both animation. You can add many animations here after adding comma. So you can do that. Now it looks like our dot animation is, or you can say our circle animation is working fine. If you remove like the background, it looks like it is working. And the only thing we left with is like eye. If you recall, like we had one eye here. To create eye, what I can do is like I can use the pseudo element that is before, and for that I will be adding position relative, but not on this. We need to add it on Pac-Man, and on Pac-Man I will do one thing, like I will use pseudo element before. And if you know, like when we define pseudo element, we need to define content, and we can keep it empty. So we need to define the position absolute here. Then what we can do is like we can add height and width. uh Height and width should be around, I think 10 pixel is fine. Let me just correct the width as well. Okay, now what we can do is like we can add some background to see like if this is working or not. Now if you can see, like I am seeing a square at the top, so let me just use border radius. And then what I can do here is like I can move it to front part of head, so that I'm adding left 60 pixel and top I will add around 20 pixel. That will work. I think this is fine. As you can see, the output is the same as we demonstrated in before the beginning of the tutorial. But I think I forgot to do one thing. So here we added transparent. Let's add black again. And if you see, like here, my triangle is again there. So let me just add overflow so that we can hide the remaining of the triangle. I just want to keep the circle only. Now I can change the black to transparent. All right, so we have designed a Pac-Man loader here. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.